In the small town of Charlemagne, Quebec, Canada, a little girl with a powerful voice was born, one who would grow up to become one of the greatest singers the world has ever known. Her name is Céline Marie Claudette Dion, and this is her incredible life story. Early life and family. Céline Dion was born on March 30th, 1968, into a large, loving family. She was the youngest of 14 children, raised by her parents, Adima Dion and Thérèse Dion. Music was not just a hobby in the Dion household, it was a way of life. Her parents ran a small piano bar, and from a very young age, Céline was surrounded by melodies, harmonies, and live performances. By the age of 5, she was already singing in public, performing at her brother's wedding. It was clear that Céline's voice was something special, strong, emotional, and far beyond her years. The song that changed everything. When Céline was just 12 years old, she wrote her first song with her mother and brother. The song, titled Ce n'était qu'un rêve, It Was Only a Dream, was recorded and sent to a music manager named René Angelil. René was deeply moved. Legend says he cried when he heard her voice. So convinced of her talent was he that he mortgaged his house to finance her first album. That decision would change both of their lives forever. Rising star in Canada and Europe. Throughout the early 1980s, Céline became a star in French-speaking countries. She released several albums in French and won numerous awards. At just 18 years old, she represented Switzerland in the 1988 Eurovision Song Contest. And she won. That victory introduced Céline Dion to a global audience and marked the beginning of her international career. Breaking into the English market. Céline's dream was bigger than borders. Determined to succeed in the English-speaking world, she learned English from scratch and worked tirelessly to refine her style. In 1990, she released her first English album, Unison. The album included the hit song, Where Does My Heart Beat Now?, which climbed high on the charts and proved that Céline could succeed internationally. But this was only the beginning. Global stardom and iconic songs. The 1990s were the golden era of Céline Dion's career. Album after album became a global success. Songs like The Power of Love, Because You Loved Me, It's All Coming Back to Me Now, showcased her incredible vocal range and emotional depth. Then came 1997, the year that changed music history. Céline recorded My Heart Will Go On, the theme song for the movie Titanic. The song became one of the best-selling singles of all time, winning Academy Awards, Grammys, and the hearts of millions. Céline Dion was no longer just a singer. She was a global icon. Love, marriage, and personal life. Behind the fame was a deep and complicated love story. Céline and her manager, René Angelil, developed a romantic relationship years after they first met. Despite public scrutiny and their 26-year age difference, they married in 1994 in a lavish ceremony. Their marriage was built on trust, respect, and deep devotion. René was not just her husband, he was her greatest supporter. Together, they had 3 sons, René Charles, and twins Eddie and Nelson. Health challenges and loss. Life was not always kind. René Angelil battled cancer for many years. Céline put her career on hold several times to care for him. In 2016, René passed away, leaving Céline heartbroken. Just 2 days later, she also lost her brother. The pain was overwhelming, but Céline faced it with grace and strength. She returned to the stage, not because it was easy, but because music had always been her way of healing. Las Vegas and record-breaking success. Céline Dion redefined live performances with her Las Vegas residency, which became one of the highest-grossing concert residencies in history. Night after night, she delivered flawless performances, proving that discipline, talent, and dedication can sustain greatness over decades. Health struggles and courage. In recent years, Céline revealed that she was diagnosed with stiff person syndrome, a rare neurological condition that affects muscle control and movement. The diagnosis forced her to cancel tours and step away from the spotlight. Yet, even in vulnerability, Céline inspired the world with her honesty, courage, and hope. She continues to fight, believing that her story can help others facing invisible illnesses. Legacy and impact. With over 200 million records sold worldwide, Céline Dion is one of the best-selling artists of all time. But her true legacy goes beyond numbers. She represents perseverance, humility, and the belief that talent, when paired with hard work, can overcome any obstacle. From a small-town girl in Quebec to a global legend, Céline Dion's voice has become a symbol of love, strength, and emotion. Céline Dion once said, "I'm not in competition with anybody but myself." And that is why her story continues to inspire generations. This is not just the life of a singer. This is the life of a woman who turned pain into power and dreams into music.